No,
You
because
know.
I actually suggested that I did it because I was saying that you were kind of pompous.
Okay.
You kind of need to be introduced, but it's
Good
okay.
evening and
He's
welcome
back.
to another episode of Bridging the Gap Between Men and Women. I'm your host, Ramont Williams. We have some distinguished guests tonight joining us from California. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. I am Callie from California, from Northern California to be exact.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Callie.
Thanks.
Oh, hi. My name's Melissa, and I'm from California.
Okay. Welcome to the show, Melissa.
And I guess I'm introducing myself. Usually I have theme music and girls putting pedals down, but that's okay. I'm
This
doing
is Dr.
myself.
B.
Coming to America. No, it's Doc B. This is my second time being here, and I hope to be a regular. We'll see how it goes. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, home of the cheese, baby, home of the dairy, home of the beer
Packers,
and the
baby.
brats. We beer and
Welcome,
the brats.
welcome to the show, Doc. It's
That's what's
always a
up.
pleasure to have you. So we have a topic, and I seen this on social media, so I decided to give it a try and see what kind of input we get. And I think some people misconstrued what the topic was, but I'm gonna do the topic and then I'm gonna let you guys run with it. It's, are you willing to pitch in on a good time? Now let me explain to you what I mean by that, because some people may interpret that as being like screwing or something like that. No, it has nothing to do with sex. What it is when two people decide to date, say on the first date or second date. I know normally it's not so much as a prerequisite, but it is that the man foots the bill on the outing. So if you're willing to enjoy a good time and you're vibing with this guy, this woman, are you willing to pitch in to, you know, do the bill? So that's what the topic is based upon. So excuse me for a second. So either one of y'all can go.
Like, are you willing to pay for the date? Are you willing to at least put in on a date, if not treat
Yeah,
100%?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, they call it Dutch, I believe. Hey, Lashonda.
Hey
Nice to meet
there.
you. So,
Yay!
so Doc is speaking. So go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, no doubt. My rule of thumb is who's ever asking is who's paying off top, but I'm always ready with the money or with the whatever, because I'm not gonna be out here bad, or letting the situation be out here bad. And I encourage any friend of mine, lady friend of mine, even if the man says he's treating, just because some people have that idea that once they pay, they get in the panties, or they gonna throw it in your face, or they gonna act funny. Another thing is maybe to not let somebody else pick you up in their car. I know that it doesn't sound great, but it's one of those, like, it's, I always say this when somebody says, "Man, y'all overdoing it, checking for guns and all that." I say they used to didn't check people on airplanes until they blew up enough of them. So then, yeah, so now we gotta check. We gotta check. You gotta take your shoes off now at the airport. So I mean, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with some insurance and or some peace of mind. But overall, my rule of thumb is whoever asks. And but it seems like women don't feel that way. Or if they do, they make a big deal out of it, which I ain't feeling.
What do
Okay.
you mean you're not feeling?
I'm not feeling that they making too much out of them paying, or if
What
they
do you mean?
paying,
If they want to pay?
Chris Rock got a joke where he'd be like, it seemed like the pussy is attached to the purse, and they got an attitude with it. If that come out, the pussy getting shut down. You know how I do it if they pay. If the dude pay, he expects the pussy. So when a woman pays, she closing off the pussy.
So, but I have a question then. So why is that then? Why is it a thing that men expect something because they paid?
Because they
Well,
worked for that money.
Um,
So now you're because it's like now it's it's like okay you've paid for it
they
and now you think that I owe you something. You think that the woman owe you something now because you paid. And so were you going out to have sex or were you going out for a date? Becomes
build
the
up to
question for women.
something.
And so
Building up. Building up.
I don't
and got a prostitute.
um,
I don't think that I mean as far as pitching in, as far as a woman, I think that pitching in is not a bad thing. You're going on the first date. I think that you should establish maybe who's paying for the date. Like you mentioned, whoever is a theory of whoever acts should pay for it. But if no one ever acts because they're afraid to pay, then that means that you might have missed out on the good thing because now you're afraid to
Well-
to step out.
well, somebody's
So
gonna
women-
ask somebody to go. Somebody's gonna ask somebody to go. The
Somebody's gonna
question
ask,
is, yeah,
where-
but
who's paying? That's the question.
yeah, but you don't want to sound like an asshole when you're
I
saying.
mean,
Well,
I
dudes
know,
don't.
it doesn't. I don't think. I think that that's the problem with most people. You're afraid to ask questions. You're afraid to ask a guy, even on the date. Women are afraid to ask a guy, "What are you looking for? Are you looking for a relationship?" They're afraid to ask that. So as far as going out on a date, it's like why not have that conversation? Why say, "Hey, let's go out tonight?" And I'm thinking, not thinking, but you don't know. I might be thinking, okay, I'm expecting for you to pay, although I asked you the man, so I'm still expecting for you to pay, which is. It should go both ways. Like I don't expect for you to just I can pitch in. I think everybody should pitch in, but I believe that the conversation should happen before the date happens.
I think the more likely that a man wants to be with the woman, he'll ask her on his own. But I think the woman should always have money to pay just in case, it doesn't go right and she just wants to make sure she pays back for the dinner. If he's not happy or if she's not happy with him and she's not gonna give him anything else after that, she should be like willing to pay for her dinner. Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see why that's
That's kind of a little strong because I'm not gonna give him some, I should pay for my own. So if I'm gonna give him some, then
LaShonda, your thing is going in, and I don't know if it's my phone or on your end. Your internet is like.
I can't hear you.
It's her phone.
LaShonda, you changed your hair for me. I appreciate it, baby. You don't have to do that.
Doesn't it look great?
Thank you, though. Thank you.
I know. That's how I felt 2 days ago. I'm like, oh, she looks so pretty for us.
no, I changed it for my man.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, we just started now. I didn't know you was gonna go. All right. I read a couple church verses too.
Yeah.
Bible verses. All right, good. But yeah, I think Callie, I think that what you did is beautiful. What you just said is beautiful, and I'm kind of setting you up. In my opinion, for fellas, we don't know what's happening because some of y'all act like that. Like, cool, I'm in on it. And some you bought it more like a business transaction. Like, hey, what's up? What are we expecting here? And you ain't answered it. Like, ain't nobody trying to really get interviewed. We're trying to learn each other. But I'm not mad at you neither. If that's what you're trying to do. But here's what I'm saying. The next 3-4 dates, if you want to look at the speed dating style, they don't act like that. They don't talk like that. And you even got girls out here now. It's younger girls. I'm not calling y'all older. I'm saying, but less seasoned girls just talking about stuff like, "Don't take me to Cheesecake Factory." Where we going? Or the place need to be worthy.
Older women do too.
I agree.
It's all the same.
I agree. I just didn't want to insult. But yeah, it's a game. You know what? I mean, this is my favorite thing to say to women. If we working together, like right now, right there, you just saw me throw a little flirt at LaShonda. Let's just make it the workplace or whatever. I'll be like, hey, okay, I see. Okay, I see the hairdo. All right, do your thing. Now, if she like me, if she like me, we cool. I ain't saying she want to do nothing with me or nothing. If she like me, we good. If she doesn't like me, I'm in HR. in the next 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with this bullshit because fellas don't know what the hell to do. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know how the hell to play, and there are some raggedy, creepy dudes too. That y'all know that you damn near gotta give them. You get that's why y'all give false names. Take different routes, yeah, false numbers, and try me. You drop them off over your girlfriend's house because you don't want to know where you live. So I mean, I get it. I get kind of the why, but I'm just telling you, if you put yourself in the other shoes, it's rough. It's rough on us. So to answer your question, that's why we feel like, you know what, you paying for it anyway. I might as well get it. I don't look at it that way because I happen to think my stuff is golden. Everybody else puts y'all stuff on a pedestal. I put both of us on a pedestal.
But guys are really like genuinely asking women out because they like them, so they will pay. But the girl just doesn't have to like them. She just goes and then she expects like that's it, food, and she can order whatever she wants, and he's gonna have to pay for it. And it just seems really rude to put a guy out there like that.
Well, what he needs is a prostitute.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but that's not. I'm loving. Most dudes will love what you're saying right now, but I'm like, just because you take a girl out, don't mean she don't owe you nothing. I said this when Mike Tyson supposedly raped. When Mike Tyson supposedly raped that girl when he was in Indiana, he took her up. She came over at like 2 a.m. They went to the hotel on some other shit, but he ended up doing oral on her and forcing it. And my thing was always, I don't care why is she doing over there 2 a.m? What did she expect? And I'm like, it doesn't matter what she do. If she was butt naked and she changed her mind, no is no, fam. Now you might call her a bitch and all kind of other shit in the tease, but you don't get to do it. If she say no, it's no. But we have to all be adults on that.
So here's the thing. I think men have set a negative tone in dating is where I'm gonna go with it because yes, because if men are always thinking that because I go pay for dinner and I pay and I spend my money and I should be able to take you home tonight, that's a negative. He already threw out a negative vibe. So the problem that they're running into now is women are willing to pay for their own dinners or willing to pay for their dinner as a kind gesture, not a power move, but a kind gesture. So I don't have to worry about you asking me to go home with you tonight. So it has nothing to do with, oh, I got the money and you don't, or I got more money than you to make you feel emasculated. No, it's just to say, I'm going to go to my own house tonight and thank you for a nice night.
I kind of want to know why the woman needs to feel so entitled.
To what? To
like some genuine, like attraction to the guy. But if she doesn't have any attraction to the guy, she's just gonna get a free dinner. What good? What's in it for the guy?
But why go on a date that you're not really interested in the guy? That's you just hungry.
Women do it all the time.
Y'all do it all the time. Y'all use 2 or 3 people.
Yeah,
for the kids, they
2 or 3 dudes.
I wouldn't see anybody that I'm not feeling, but women do it, and but for what though? Like, I don't understand the purpose, the point of women going on dates just to go. We can feed ourselves. I thought
some of them are trying to maximize their options. Some of them are just trying to get a free meal. Some of them are trying to feed their kids. Some of them are, who knows, just because they have nothing else better to do.
Some of them aren't sure. Some of them aren't sure. I heard women say, well, the nigga was about to get some, but he talked himself out of it during the date. So, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who the hell knows what's on y'all mind? Y'all what?
So let me ask you a question. I'm kind of curious about something. I've been on a few dates in my time. So when I think Callie reference to women choosing to play the Dutch role when it comes to dating, I think it's just common courtesy. That's just my opinion. I think it's common courtesy if a man asks a woman out on a date that he foots the bill. It's not and I don't think most men go into a first date or a first dinner date, if you will, expecting to go home with a woman. Not unless she advocates or put on that type of display that she's a slut, she's a hoe, and she's ready to go and eat up some caviar, some lobster tails, and then just throw her heels up in the air and just get her freak on. So I've went out on several dates, as I stated, and that thought never crossed my mind that after eating we were going to go to her house, unless that's something we talked about leading up to that date. You know, like when we go out, you know, maybe we can go to my house and hang out or this or that. But I think most men would not expect that, not on a first date. But I could be wrong. I say men, not males. Okay, Callie. So don't get me on that.
You're right. It's not everybody. It's not a lot of people. It's some people, and like you say, at the end of the day, it could be how you carry yourself. It could be a lot of things that lead him up to thinking that he can pull. But and then he'll just ask just because, just to see. You know, some will just ask and see if it'll go down.
Well,
they don't know you like that.
Dude, Netflix and chill is a thing. People ain't even dating, really. They kicking it.
They kicking it. They going to somebody's house and kicking it. Yeah.
I mean, and women is in on it too. Quit acting like it's all the dudes. Women is in on that.
That's just situation, though.
Y'all acting like it's all dudes. That's what I'm sick of, dude. I'm sick of acting like y'all like this dick ain't golden. So I'm like y'all pussies the only thing on the pedestal in this motherfucker. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
But dating, I don't know, and it could be a younger thing. Maybe it's younger guys that do that. Maybe I don't know.
We think, we thinking it, Callie. We just don't want to blow it.
Yeah,
we thinking it. We thinking it. That's why we ask the word. Yeah, we just But hey, you know what? I'm trying to text people on how to get on. How do they get on? How do they get on to watch us?
I'll send you the link right now.
Okay.
Can I just say something really quick though before I do that? Okay, so we know why men go on dates. We know why women go on dates. Women go on dates for a completely different reason why men go on dates. If they didn't have to go on dates, they wouldn't do it. If they could just get the pussy from the one woman that they wanted, they would just do that instead. So we know.
Hold on. Let me ask a question, because I think I kind of posed this question last time, but I want to get Callie's perspective because of her field of expertise.
Oh, sure.
Why is it that people, and I'm gonna just say people, automatically assume that men's whole forethought is all about sex? Where did this come from? Because this is the problem I'm having. Okay, I see it more so on social media than I do on the streets. I haven't been to the gym in a couple of months, but when I do go, you got women in there that's dressing so provocative, and I'm talking about you don't leave anything for the imagination. So if a man comments on your attire, you get offended. Why? If you come out looking like you got $100 sticker on your back, why wouldn't a man approach you? Why wouldn't a man, try to see? I don't want to say manipulate you, but persuade you to engage with him. But I just don't get this narrative that all men think with their small head. I just don't get that, because I have friends right now to this day that I haven't had sex with, and I don't think I would ever do that with them, to sit back and fantasize that, hey, well, she come over, we're supposed to be watching a movie, but if I can get her in the bed and hump on her, I don't think most men think like that. I think
you'd be wrong with that.
Huh?
You would be wrong.
They'll sit there on the couch and start touching. If they might have not thought about it before you got there, that hey, I'm gonna put her in the bed tonight. They probably didn't. No, they probably didn't. But once you get there, it might be. But what I'm saying
is, if the move moves you in that direction, then that's one thing. But I'm talking about the narrative that's always advocated. Is
already put it out there.
This is how men think. They only got one thing in mind. So if that's the case, then it explains to me why there's so much disparity between a lot of men and women, because women want sponsorship, men want sex. That's all they want. You know, so since we live in a bartering capitalist world, if you want some of this pussy, you got to be a Coach, Chanel, pay my rent for a couple of months, then I might give you a shot of this tainted thing. I'm just saying, because everybody,
that's how it kind of works.
Huh?
That's how it be working.
Yeah. So, you know, every female, and I don't know, I haven't screwed every female, and I know I probably would, but every female that walks around here looking provocative don't have good sex.
I told you that, Ramont. That doesn't mean that.
Ramont. Ramont, in a relationship, yes or no? Men need sex, yes or no?
Of course we do.
Okay, but we don't. So we know why you're going to these dates. You're not going on these dates with the intention to be celibate with your woman. Okay, you eventually want to get laid, right?
Wait a minute. What do you mean women don't need sex?
You don't need it like you guys do.
Y'all selling that. Y'all sold that. Y'all sold us that. Most of us buy it. Okay. And here go the flip. Women are whores. Dudes are players. That shit ain't fair.
We're not talking about players. We're talking about you. She mentioned it just like she just mentioned in a relationship period. Like I'm
just saying it ain't players. I know it's just not necessarily true. So that I was just pointing out how something else isn't true as well. Like that's another stereotype. Is that y'all, and it's one that works against you. So the one that works against you is that if y'all have 3-4 dudes, J-Lo is a hoe. You know, she really, just dated like 5 people. But they just happen to be high profile people. But other people have dated like 20. You just don't know these cats. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know all these people.
You know why you'll never know our body count? Because we don't even know it. We lose count.
I like that. Hey, because guess what? They gonna say the same thing, Melissa. They gonna say the same thing. They gonna say the same thing, Melissa.
No, but I totally lost count. I don't even know.
They gonna say the same thing. They gonna keep it at a low number.
I try to remember, but I can't remember.
You ain't gotta say nothing. Don't tell them nothing.
So this
is not funny. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Don't worry, Doc. You're still joking.
Kind of leads to basically 50-50. So is it fair to say, or to pose this question, that with all the education, we've evolved so far when it comes to academics, according to statistics. Why is it with all the intelligence that this world is professing, why do we live in a world with so many dumbass people?
Because nobody is willing to learn nothing extra, because everybody think they already know it, and nobody is willing to learn anything else because they figure this is what I believe in and this is it.
Pride. It's pride. That's what it is. Why won't dudes ask for directions?
Is that true? Is that really true?
Yeah, we prideful. I mean, don't nobody want to be the stupid one. That's when the teacher be like, "There's no stupid questions." Yes, you've had plenty of questions where they start cracking up when you ask. They be like, "So you learn not to say nothing and wait and hope that they'll come out later on."
That's right.
And then that's what's wrong with relationships too, starting them, because everybody thinks something is a stupid question and they don't ask it, and then you find out later that you have been played.
Y'all repeat our pillow talk though, so we can't trust you. Especially when y'all mad. Especially when y'all mad.
Not everybody.
Yeah, but enough. But it's enough. Right. Just like everybody don't think because they pay for something that you own, but it's enough where it messed it up.
You can't put everybody in the same box.
Okay, guys, everybody.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question for the guys. Okay, so you dating this woman, seeing her, y'all been seeing each other, y'all done got past the first, second date, whatever or whatnot. Now you say, hey, I want to go out of town.
I believe in sex on the first day. I believe in sex on the first day, by the way. I believe you could be up. But just for the record, I believe
You just interrupted her, dude.
you're right. I'm sorry. I just want to let her know. But we'll go ahead. All
Are
right, we
you
want to go out of time.
on that bigger trip now? You saying, okay, let's go somewhere. We've been dating. Let's go somewhere. Do you feel like she should go half with you on this trip, even though you initiated the trip, right? You initiated, but do you feel like she should kind of help out and pitch in somewhere on that trip, or do you feel like, because I asked her, I should do everything?
It depends, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say it depends. First of all, I'm gonna do a hypothetical. If me and you have dated on multiple times, and I ask you to go on a trip, there's a lot of factors involved. For me to ask you, I'm feeling you in a certain way. I don't have to take you 2,000 miles away to have sex with you. Okay, so when you talk about trips creates an atmosphere or the concept that we're becoming intimate and we're creating a bond. Okay, dinner does not do that. So if I invite you out, Callie, to take a Bahamas trip, then of course that's going to be my treat. Now, if we're talking, I said, well, you know what? I would like to go on a trip somewhere with you. I would like to go. It's the verbiage and the terminology that you choose to use will determine how the proceeds are utilized. Okay. So, and you say, well, yeah, that sounds good. And I said, well, where would you like to go? Now you're in on the planning. So quite naturally, if we're feeling each other and you're a mature and responsible person and you're feeling me like I'm feeling you might say, well, let's go online right now, or I'll look it up and I'll tell you, okay, Ramont, it's going to be $2,000 for the trip. That's what the tickets, blah, blah, blah. So you have an itemized list. Now I'm willing to take care of this. If you're willing to take care of that, that's an understanding going in. But most time when men invite women out to basically take trips, there's a motive behind it. It's just that simple, so me personally, unless I'm really trying to get to know you and trying to partner with you, I'm not taking you on no fucking $2,000 trip. For what? Don't make no sense.
You're a nice guy.
Yeah.
you wanted to see the world. You wanted to see the world.
No.
But there are girls that do that. They're supposed to go on trips with men.
You're a simp, sir. No, that's not up there.
Well, I mean, if a man asks the woman if she want to go on a trip, most likely he's paying for it because he initiated it.
That's
but
right.
If you're dating for a while and you don't went on trips, or whatever, quite naturally y'all gonna go in and pay for the trip to go out of town. But if he's trying to impress her, he's trying to get her, he is going to pay for the trip.
But there's always going to be sex,
and that is old school. Everybody talk about old school or whatever. That is the old school method, because my mom and dad, my mom used to keep money in her bra. My daddy used to, pay for the meals and all that kind of stuff. And, my mom had told him, we was all laughing about it. And she had told him, I always have money just in case, you didn't have enough. Or so we don't be looking crazy or whatever. And then my dad was telling me, do you know many times I didn't get nothing to eat because I wanted to make sure I had money for you? Oh, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it was old school, the men used to try to impress the women. That's why they used to pay for it. They'd invite you out for a nice dinner and all that kind of stuff. And they would pay for it. But now, the men complain about the women not being traditional old school women with the values or whatever, but they don't want to be the old school men with the values.
Exactly. Thank you. Somebody had to say it.
And I'm gonna say it.
I'm nice, but no, we can talk about it. I'm saying we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be like, hey, Rocket Bells is you don't know what that is. That's on XM satellite. So that's LL's radio station. They do a cruise. So is a Rock the Bells cruise where all the old school people on there performing, and it's a cruise, whatever. So back to the point, I might be like, man, I think I want to do this. You want to do this? You know what I'm saying? You want to go? What's up? To me, not to me. Not to me.
I know
That could be anything from splitting to can you put something on it to shit. Can you handle
but
this?
I'm saying
Oh, wait,
you just
no,
now
that's
meeting
what
her.
I don't want you to say. I don't want you to say that. I want to tell you.
Meeting her, you trying to impress her. You gonna be the one paying for it.
He'll make her pay for it for sure.
My impression is I'm a nice dude. I'm cool. I respect. I mean, hey, life is life. I mean, I hate to use it because Cameron say it on the podcast. Life be lifing. You don't know what's happening. I might have a bag coming in for tax time or something else, but right now I might be crazy.
You shouldn't be trying to go on a trip at that time of the year.
That's it.
You know what? You finna make me say something. You finna make me say something. You finna make me say something.
Make sure the timing is right.
You finna make me say something.
And see, the thing about it is, people shouldn't have sex on the first date, and the reason why is because you haven't gotten to know this person. You gotta look for their habits. Do they got nasty habits? So guess what? If they got nasty habits, then they may have nasty diseases also. You want to see what they got going for themselves, because maybe this is just only supposed to be a friend or somebody that you eat dinner and then call it a night.
So Steve Harvey. So you just said about one of my favorite things right there. There we go. So Steve Harvey said, wait 3 months, 90 days before you do anything for sure, or even think about doing something. So she can't be a hoe on day 91.
That's if she wants to be a wife.
No, I'm not.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is,
she said on first date. I'm like, what you doing is me and you went through this last time. You speaking in the absolute. You speaking in absolute. No,
nothing.
No, you speaking in absolute. You speaking in absolute.
Check out the habits that people have, because what if you dating somebody that don't wash their hands? What if you dating somebody that don't wash their behind? You don't want to be with nothing like that. You guys see their mannerisms. Like, what is they doing?
You're making it seem like, because I said the first date is okay, that it's absolutely going to be the first date. It's not. I might not ever sleep with you. You might just be cool. We might just be cool with you.
No, but I'm saying y'all asked
the
question, should you sleep together on the first night? I said no. Because see, sometimes some people is just meant only to be your friend, not nothing else.
There's no man that friended you to be your friend only.
So, are any of y'all afraid to ask a man or a woman who's paying for the first date?
I usually feel like I should just bring my own money just in case. Always, so I don't ever.
You always have your own money because you got your own. When you have your own money, you can't help but to have your own money.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
But But are you afraid to have that conversation though? Because people are afraid to have that conversation when they're dating.
I'm not, because I'd rather get that conversation out than to go to the place and then look stupid.
Exactly. I don't want to be sitting there and it's like we look at the bill come and then we look at each other. No. Who's supposed to pay for the bill?
Or somebody trying to be the first one to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. So
this
is
my thing.
Then you look up again, they outside the window waving at you.
That's your crime, partner in crime. Where's Vermongo?
So this is my thing. So if you're not gonna, if you're not gonna ask, you're not gonna ask.
I like LaShonda's last one.
Oh yeah.
So partner in crime. I think that would be the best.
I have friends that did each other like that. They was just friends. They wasn't dating. It was males or whatever. They one friend said, you know what? Let's all go to Red Lobster. I'm gonna pay for everything. Everybody came there, ate real good. He got up and said he was going to the bathroom, and then they looked out the window and he was waving at them.
But they all went out with him, right?
Then he came.
He didn't come back and pay for nothing.
Oh shit!
For real?
So nobody paid?
That shit weak as fuck. That shit weak as fuck.
I think men tend to think that women are trying to make a power statement by upfront and paying for things, and but that's not really what it is. That's not why women upfront pay for things. They pay for things up front for many reasons. And I don't know if you guys would ever get offended. Like if you're sitting at the dinner table with a woman and maybe you expected to pay for the night, but she don't know that because y'all didn't have that conversation, right?
That's
so
right.
when the bill
Well,
comes and she
you
says,
did, well,
I'll take the bill. How does that make you feel as a man?
you
When she
didn't
say,
even
"I'll
let
take
us.
the bill"?
You didn't even let us answer. Y'all just ladies had a trio meeting. we
No, I'm
didn't
talking
even
to
answer the
guys
first.
now.
We didn't answer the
I
first
want to
question. We
know.
didn't even answer the first question. We didn't even answer
What
the
was the
first
first
question.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
When
I think you already
the
answered
other
that.
question. No,
What was it?
well, you said how do we go on
Remember
that
what I
first
told
date,
you?
right? How do we go?
Condense your idea.
Yeah. Okay. I'm all right. So first, you said, "Are we scared?" To ask. So yeah, you never did let us answer that. And speaking of going to the bathroom,
Okay.
Mr. Williams stepped away.
Stop.
So he couldn't answer. He
Hey,
couldn't
boy,
answer.
see how
He couldn't answer.
happens?
He couldn't answer. He couldn't answer. But
That's
my
why I
answer
forgot.
He
is
went looking for his jacket.
he left something in the car. He left something in the car. He had to put his phone on the charger. All right, so look, the deal is, I'm unfortunately for me, I'm the king of the white elephant in the room. I mean, I don't mind having, I don't like them, but I don't mind having uncomfortable conversations. No, I don't want that. I'd rather have the uncomfortable feeling up front than at their there, either worried about what I'm gonna order or worried about what she gonna order.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna have that conversation up front, but you saying it with way much confidence. I can understand where I'm hesitant because if she, depending on what she says, maybe I ain't got it, or maybe I ain't ready for it, or
Maybe he
maybe I'm
doesn't
not
want
ready
to
for the
pay.
answer.
She's going to pay.
I'm not ready for the. Maybe I'm not ready for the answer. Like like there was a I'm a big movie buff
Yeah, and that's
slash
the
TV.
problem. And that's the problem amongst dating. That's a big problem amongst dating. Not ready
Well,
for the
see,
answer.
before you take her out, you
Well,
ask her like what she like to eat. So you
so
know when you take her to that restaurant, if they got that there, you know most likely she's gonna ask for it. Like if she wants lobster tails and all that kind of stuff, you'll know that they there. So don't take her there, or make sure you pay
what?
enough money.
See,
That's
so look at y'all. Look at y'all.
idea.
See all this bullshit we
You
gotta go
guys
through.
game.
See all this bullshit you want us to go through. See that? See
And
all
guess
that bullshit.
what?
Yeah.
Guess what?
You giving us?
When you
You
take
want the
me out,
pussy?
I want you to go through that because guess what? When I take you out,
I don't know if I like your pussy. I might even like your pussy. All right, go ahead, my phone. Go ahead.
Dr. B,
Go ahead.
she's engaged.
Matter of fact, me personally, I probably wouldn't want to go on a dinner date.
What?
See?
After all that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go on a dinner date because I can feed
let's
myself.
go bowling.
I want to
Let's
go
go
bowling.
Right.
Let's go bowling.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Here we go. Here we
So-
go.
Sounds good.
So-
I like the cruise. I'll pitch it for the cruise.
Let me say this: sitting
Mr.
here
Williams.
listening to everybody back and forth, I still believe with all the intelligence in the world, I just don't understand how people with any formal education have a difficult time communicating. It's almost like the way that you're creating this narrative is almost like you're in high school, and that's something you would expect high school or teenagers not knowing what they want to do or how not to communicate and inquire about what a person like and dislike before you go out on a dinner date. I'm talking about, come on, man, you know we're adults. So if people are engaging in activities such as this, something is wrong, man.
I think that's a sign.
You're right, and that's why over 50% of marriages fail, and that's why black people ain't getting. And black people are the lowest form. There's the lowest group of people not getting married anymore.
But wait. I think that's a sign of the times of like the single parent households. They're not really being taught. We're not being taught how to ask those questions, how to set our goals, or how to have a.
It's y'all. It's women. It's women. We can't date y'all. We can't date y'all. But y'all got too many rules and too many wild shit and too much. It's too much two can play that game. You ever saw the movie? Well, you didn't even let me finish the other part. It's like, look, in the movie Deep Cover with Lawrence Fishburne, dude says, hey, how much he in the art gallery? Like, man, how much is that? And she said, if you got to ask, you can't afford it. And that's the kind of attitude that women. There's a lot of women that have that attitude. So that's a part of the problem. That's the part of the. I mean, you know what? I'm a fan. I'm a fan of love. Y'all got to forgive me. I'm a bleeding heart. So I want love, and it seems like love isn't out there anymore. It seems like it's really just business transactions. That's what it feels like. And who got who?
Yeah.
I truly used to feel like that. I truly used to feel like that. But I don't anymore. You know, when you really find that right one, it's good.
Oh,
But when you keep finding the bottom of the barrel, yeah, it's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
But you won't let
And
me
the
have
thing
more than
about it
one.
is you gotta ask the right questions though when you get with the person. You can't just sit there, like for the females, you can't say, "Oh, do you have a girlfriend?" Nah. You gotta ask, do you got a wife?
Yeah, we have to ask that.
Do you got a boyfriend? All of it.
Yeah, kids,
and because the way the world is today, it could be every last one of them. And then
Well,
they don't call the person, because they don't give titles. They don't call them a girlfriend. Do you have a significant other? You know, just all kind of stuff you gotta ask.
But here's my thing on that. My take on that. If you're asking them, "Hey, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a wife?" They're gonna say no, 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 no across the board, right? But here it is: women are not using their own judgment to determine what they have or not by just listening for the clues and the hints that they're throwing out in their actions. And half the time, women know those hints and those clues that determines, yes, they got a woman. But women to sit there and pretend like they don't know that and pretend like they don't understand what's going on just so they can continue to see this guy because that's what they want to do. And then when they find out he has a woman or something, then they're acting like they butt hurt. For what? You knew he had a woman because he can't call you after 8 o'clock.
But check this out. One time a guy picked me up to take me out, and then I looked in the side door. It was a track. So I said, okay.
Oh
no, can't even
Smart
do
woman.
this.
Smart wife.
It was a what? It was a what?
It was a track. Hair track.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I thought it was like a tracking
I was like,
device.
what? I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, all right,
And when I
yeah.
asked him about it, he told me, my cousin used my car. Come on now.
Well,
Give me a break.
I don't know. It could have been his daughters. Or
She worked up.
Be like, go pick your cousin up.
I honestly feel kind of sorry for guys who have to date.
Thank you.
I say that because you have
white women.
God, stop it.
You have women that wants to date, like he said earlier, like you don't even really like the dude. You're not even vibing with them. You don't see no interest in them. You just want to go out to date. And for the record, guys, if you're out there dating, you have to date, and you're dating in the dating pool, and you have to date multiple women, I suggest take her out to Starbucks for the morning, talk to her. You don't gotta take her out to dinner, especially if you're dating. That means that look how many meals, look how much money you spending on dating. If you're dating this one, you're trying to find somebody. So that means that you're dating, and that means that you're looking for somebody. So that means that you're probably dating multiple people.
So let me ask you this, Callie. What about when you run into the women that feel that that's below them? That's not. They feel that any man of stature would not even entertain the thought of even inviting a woman of her caliber, so she believes, to Starbucks.
Even though Starbucks is high, but it ain't 150, 250 high. So
yeah. So I'm talking about it goes back to what I was saying earlier. With all the education, the bragging that women have excelled far more than men have academically. Well, it's kind of hard to tell. It really is. And I'm not saying that to be condescending by any means. It's just when men have to do so much to impress upon a woman that he's interested, even when a woman is not interested, then there's no fairness to the man. It's almost like at that point in time, we just become doorsteps. We become sponsors. And if we're not willing to do either or, then get out of here, kick rocks. Because right now I got a lock and key, a chastity belt on this thing, and I'm not giving it up to nobody. So
that's why you take her to Starbucks and get her a coffee and talk to her. And if she don't want to talk to you off of that, that means she ain't feeling you no way. And guess what? You only spent about $4.
Yes.
My time is valuable.
Buying her a meal ain't gonna make her like you no more.
No, I don't even want to go to Starbucks. No, I want to go to where I want to go to.
You can go to it ain't gotta be Starbucks. It can be whatever you like.
Your point is valid. It just doesn't work for me. Like that could be.
Hey, take her on a dinner.
Yeah, we just talked about cruises.
He
We just
wants
talked
her to pay
about
for
cruises.
him.
Good trip.
So
He's special.
Ain't nobody but you said anything yet about this, except unless they was saying Melissa. Oh, you don't want to say you're a treat. You don't want to say you're a treat. Everybody else said it like. Everybody else said it like all the other ladies say, I'll pay, but that's just so you know it ain't nothing happening here that I don't want to happen. No, and I'm like, but you're not doing that. You're not doing that out of love. You ain't doing it out of the love, but the perspective of love or your givingness. You doing it on some on some transaction. This is transactional now. This ain't even feelings no more. We done with feelings.
From women, we should all know that.
What'd you say?
He gets special treatment from women because they want to be in his presence.
Who does? Oh, me?
You do.
Well, that's besides the point. Let's not get personal. I like being I like nice things.
Treated. He likes to be treated.
I like nice things.
So let me suggest this, Callie. So why don't we do a PSA in the upcoming days in reference to what you just said?
Which part?
If men want to date women instead of spending all this money, hey, why don't you take her out to Dutch Brothers or Starbucks or somewhere to get
y'all just exactly. Mm-hmm.
A $40 under date.
Because me, I can't speak on Doc or any other man, but I'm talking about me because I think we kind of had this conversation earlier, Callie, and that we really didn't. It really didn't evolve into what it should have been. But I hear a lot of people say this, that they're single because they choose to be. And I'm inclined to believe that to some degree. And then to some degree, I don't believe that. Now, in my case, I'm single for two reasons. One, I have this child here. And two, with the mindset that's across the board. Now, that's not to say all women are like that, because I know there's good women out there that'll love a man traditionally, treat a man like a king as long as he performed to her standards and expectations as a man. I'm not including those women. I'm talking about these degenerates, and that's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna call them bees and hoes and all that titles that I could easily label them with, but
it's called unstable creatures. We learned that on Baby Boy.
Well, that too, but I'm saying this. It shouldn't be this difficult to find a partner or be in a relationship or to engage a woman or a man when it seems like the world has this mindset that if it's not beneficial, conducive to me, then it doesn't matter. And that's the impression I'm starting to get. So with that being said, I don't even go out anymore and try to pursue women. And I'm going to tell you, the reason I don't is because not only the things I'm hearing in my right ear, the things that they say that comes in my left ear, it's like it's combating. It makes no sense to me where you want me to tell you, basically you're asking me for my W-2s or my tax returns. You want to drive to my house and see where I'm living. You want to see what kind of car I pull up. And if these boxes are not checked, then it's like wasting your time. So how do the man benefit from even pursuing a woman when certain women have this mindset. Now, I've heard a lot of women say this. I don't understand why I can't get men to pursue me. And it's not because men are afraid to approach women. I don't believe that, because hey, I can articulate with
But it all depends too where you picking these people up at. Because where you picking them up at, that tells a lot about them too.
No. I think you're using the wrong terminology. Not picking up, where you meeting people. Because
meeting them.
I'm gonna give you an example, and I know this might come back to bite me in the ass, and I hope she's not watching this. But I was dating a doctor, right? And this lady had so much talent outside of her medical talents, but she was just infatuated with thugs. Okay, me, I come from that lifestyle, born, raised, and bred in that lifestyle, and I gave it up because I come to the conclusion that was just an immature world that I couldn't participate in any longer. Okay, my academics pulled me out of that mindset, but this woman right here was so gifted and so talented, but her mindset, I couldn't deal with the mindset, because she would say things to me like, man, you be acting like a little wimp. And I'm like, how is that? And she said, with your background, why you ain't around here knocking niggas out and doing this and doing that? And, hey, when I tell you, I was so confused, it was mind-blowing, because a woman of this intelligence to say something like this to me, most women that have had the opportunity to learn my past always commend me from elevating from that. But here's a woman that wanted me to transgress and go backwards, just so she can say, oh, this is my dude. This, so it's not about who you're picking up, because I don't go down the street and pick up women. It's just,
it seemed like she wasn't dating you; she was studying you, like a project.
Well, I don't think that. I just believe that
you were her connect to you were connect for people that might want to call her Fresh Prince, or like Whitley from from Different World, or from Fresh Prince. So you basically when they go, oh, you a sellout, you a done. Oh no, my man is straight thug shit. My man is that dude. So I'm saying you solidifying her connection to the street, and she probably halfway have a thing for it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, because some people like to get it. I'll leave it like that. I won't get graphic, but yeah, some people like that. It's a song called Hood Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, she want a hood nigga, or a song called Thick, where they say want a hood nigga that'll give her that meat. So it's one of those like,
whoa.
So yeah, it's. I gotta tell you, I got songs and movies and clips for you, whatever. I got a movie sample for you for whatever. But yeah, and back to your point, bro. It's so confusing. The dating pool is so weird, and you gotta hope you meeting them and not their representative, which is almost impossible. Everybody's putting they for lack of a better word, they AI person or they avatar. Everybody's sending their avatar. Oh, what's up? Yeah, my other car is like that, and I got a couple businesses, and I'm da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be all.
And that's why you don't want to sleep
Everybody
with them on the first date.
Women want to be independent. You don't really need no nigga. I want a nigga. I don't need a nigga. And it's like, dude, we hearing that shit subliminally. Everybody's hearing this.
And I think
and we like, man, we sick of that. We want to be needed. Shit.
I think women should
I don't care if it's killing a spider, or warming your car up, or changing your tire. We want to be involved with that shit, and y'all not letting it happen. Shit.
Hey.
I
let my fiance change my tire. I ain't gonna sit there and change it myself.
They got a
But
bad
if we don't have
Wi-Fi.
a fiance, we gotta learn how to do it ourselves, right,
So,
Dr. B?
somebody got bad Wi-Fi.
Hey, my daddy was a great mechanic and he passed away. But he taught us how to change our own tire, everything.
Damn it.
But if there's a man in the room, I'm not gonna do it.
So we need to learn how to do it ourselves still.
So basically what you're saying is you don't really want to participate in gender role, but you will sway that way if it's beneficial to you.
Pretty much.
Well, it'll be beneficial to him too.
How?
If I play my role.
Wait a minute. No, we're talking about changing the tire. So how is it going to benefit him to go outside and get all this dirt and oil on his hand, and God forbid that you're at some type of family function or outing or something, and he has on some nice attire? So how is that going to benefit him?
Does he want to
Because
do
he can get in the car and roll.
Exactly.
Well, if we had a nice event and all of that, and he dressed up, we just gonna call AAA because shit shouldn't be getting dirty when we got.
I mean, yeah, we would do that, but in case,
but in the front of the house type of deal. I know what you're talking about, LaShonda.
I can't hear Melissa's Wi-Fi. That's Melissa's
Yeah, I feel you on the side of the road.
Getting dirty.
Yeah, I feel you on the side of the road, and we need to go ahead and do this. Or we sitting in the front of the house and my tire on flat. I need you to know how to change that.
I mean, for the men folks, would you want to see your mom change a tire when there's a dude around?
No. We're not talking about our moms, because when it comes to the one,
hey, she in the world too.
Those expectations are going to be sky high. So
she's a woman. She's a woman.
No, we're not talking about our moms though.
We're not talking about moms, but we got to look at everything. Everything work together for the good.
No.
Now, if I mean, you got to look at all standards. You know, you got to represent your parents well, what they taught you. Now, the way you treat your mama is the way you should treat that woman. If you don't want your mama out there changing no tire, you shouldn't have that woman out there changing no tire.
Well, you know, you can say that. And this is my response to that. You know, I'll go, if my mom was still alive, I would go beyond any limits for my mom, but I can't say that I would do the same thing for a woman.
For a woman, exactly. And so, and then then making that point right there makes another point to say that women got to stop. You believe how he treated his mom is how he gonna treat you or another. That's not the truth. How he treats his family, how he treats you is totally different. It's not the truth.
Exactly. And
that's in some cases. Some cases.
You know what, Callie?
Some
cases.
Society has us believing that now, if you go and I studied this, people believe that most women look for men to pattern their fathers or vice versa, right?
I don't know why people think that. That's another topic, but I'm just trying to.
Yeah. And they also believe this, that if you are family oriented, that means you're going to be a good parent, a good husband, a good wife, or whatever. And that's not true. It's not. You know, so, you know, it depends on the mindset of the individual, whether it's male or female. And, you know, if you truly desire to be a good person and do the right things, you're going to do that. You know, it's just that simple. If you're an asshole, then that's what you are.
See, that's why you don't sleep with them on the first night. Then you'll find out if they're the asshole later on.
No, that's not true, because just like Doc said, when Steve Harvey came out with this 90-day rule shit, right, that everybody gravitated towards, right? How can you be an influencer and advocate for something that's supposedly based on moral principles, but you fucking your staff member and your wife fucking you?
I didn't know that shit.
You know, so come on, man. You know, he's one of the biggest secrets. That's the reason he's lost so much fame, because now people are seeing him for what he really is. It's just like when he had the high top fade. That was a fucking wig.
But it shouldn't even matter what he's doing behind closed doors. What he's preaching is a good message. It shouldn't really matter.
No, it does.
It should matter, because if it's not working for him, how's it gonna work for us?
Well, he's not trying to make it what he's doing work for everybody.
He want us to buy it, so he should live by it.
I'm only hearing Ramon, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's on mine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's being a hypocrite. You know,
what he's saying is okay though, because it's a preaching a good message. Yeah, we should wait. There's no reason why we shouldn't.
He got to represent that too.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are
okay. If you
we're not him though. He's special.
Hold on, Melissa. If you believe that, then you should have been in that group with Jim Jones in Ghana. Okay,
and just follow what they say.
The congressman?
But it didn't mean that his message was valid or pertinent, because he killed a bunch of people.
Okay, it's not the congressman. Okay, sorry, I don't know what you're talking about then. Who's Jim Jones? I thought you were talking about the congressman Jim Jones. Is there a congressman Jim Jordan?
No,
sorry,
we're not talking about that Jim Jones. My point is this: just because a person is preaching something that may be based on morals and it may sound good, you don't know what his intent is. So if the messenger is bringing good news, but the underlying factor is bad and can bring
then it makes
everybody
it bad.
does that though. Ace Metaphor does that too. Our parents did it too.
Who?
Our parents did the same thing. They told us one thing and they did another.
No,
it happens all the time. Do as I say, not as I do.
Your parents may have did
That's
that.
a dysfunctional set of family.
I'm not
a lot of people come from dysfunction though.
No, I'm never gonna say my parents taught me one thing and did something else. I'm not gonna say that, because my parents didn't do that.
Well, you're much older than me, Vermont. You're 60 what? 60 something? I'm 42. That's a whole different generation.
But no. You say you 42. I'm 47, and my parents didn't do that.
You had 2-parent household though.
Okay.
I had a very dysfunctional mother.
But
she
listen,
didn't teach me how to. She's so immature, but she wants me to be more mature than her. Like I don't even know. I don't even get how she wants that. But
you're missing.
Yeah, everybody come from all different backgrounds.
Yeah,
but the thing is, like,
determine,
the lessons that she tried to instill in me are still okay, though.
Mm-hmm.
They're not bad. What she tried to say to me, just because she didn't practice them herself, doesn't mean they're no good.
So what you're saying or trying to defend is a person can, long as they're saying something good, it makes it okay.
I'm saying that Steve Harvey is special because he's very, very famous, and
what
everybody
makes him so special?
they're gonna do what they're gonna do behind closed doors.
No.
What they're
makes
trying
him so
to instill into his audience is
Melissa,
at least to me.
No. What makes Steve Harvey so special?
He has more money than we do.
So that makes him special?
That's how the world is. Yeah, that's the way it works. The world works.
Then we might as well be with him.
No, you guys are just too much. If you guys can't see the simplicity of what I'm saying, then fine. That's fine. You guys go ahead. You win. Okay, I give up.
It ain't about winning.
I finally can hear her. She has a point. She's saying even if the messenger is fucked up, if the message is valid, it can still have some good points to it. So I get that's if that's your point, I would actually have to agree with you. So a person that's alcoholic could tell you not to drink, or something to that measure. But with Steve, it's just my point was more like 91 days doesn't make you not a hoe. That was my main thing. And he definitely, him and like Bill Cosby both, with the crazy pointing their fingers down at people, that energy just wasn't right. So in that case, I agree with with Ramon on that. Like, dude, your shit is shitty. You know what I'm saying? You're on your third marriage, you on some bullshit. You tried to fuck your boy what you call it, the Kings of Comedy over, try to get Ocean's 11 from dude. No, I mean, like, fam, slow down, dude. He played the women kind of like preachers do. Nothing personal. LaShawn. Some preachers know how to play to the pulpit to get people to give.
Yep.
And he knows that if you tap into women's emotional, they gonna give and they gonna talk and they gonna donate.
That's why there's more divorced women at the church.
Oprah Phil, Oprah Dr. Phil, the whole nine. I like them, but I know what they did. They played the women. The View, all that plays the women. It plays the women into their psyche. Men bad, women good.
Well, I'm talking about it's a good platform when you think about it, because women outnumber men what, 3-4 to 1?
Yep.
Real talk.
So
And they decide what spins in the house. Even if the dude paying for it, they're the ones who, you know. So yeah, you play to the woman. Advertisers know that. That's why the dude is always stupid in the commercial. Oh, honey, don't fix those pipes again. Leave it to Liquid Plumber. That's why. Shit.
And he should be the plumber.
So you know, all I'm saying is this, basically, that we have to start doing better. You know, if we claim we're taking that fame and claim that we're intellectuals and we're intelligent and that we have formal education, then we have to start living that through example. You know, it's easy for people to point at a frame on the wall with a piece of onion skin and a stamp and a few signatures on it, saying that this person, your name, has satisfactorily met these standards and has been recognized. That's all that is. You know, I'm talking about, I know people with master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, and working at fast food restaurants. So we know that the onion skin is not always the answer to everything. You know, at least I know that. You know, so when it comes to relationships and relating to people, it's just basic common sense. You know, if I'm trying to date you, I'm going to talk to you. Just like we talked about on the last show, I think you said something like interview. How did you put that, Doc? I like the way you said that. This is not an interview, it's a what?
Oh, wow. You caught me off guard on that one. I don't remember that one. I'm sorry. It's gonna come back to me.
Basically,
but what you want is accountability, and don't nobody want that no more. Right. Everybody hide behind slick ass comments and memes. You know, if he ain't got it, if he ain't the one, then da. And it's like what you saying is what you said is common sense. It's common sense is getting down brass tacks, is being vulnerable enough to keep it 100. Everybody talk about keeping it real, but they don't.
Yourself.
Yeah, but you don't win doing that unless we all in on it. You can't be the only one at the table without a weapon.
That's true.
I'm coming unstrapped. Y'all got you got a damn knife in your side. What you doing?
But I mean, if everybody would just stop with the facade and just be yourself, I mean, you'll get somewhere.
But how do you stop that, LaShonda, when that's what society has propagated for the last 20 years, that it's all about who can be the slickest, who can lie the best, you know, who has the best story to tell. You know, that's just a way of life now.
You know, when with my fiance, we was having our conversation, and he used to always say, "Be yourself." And you know, when people say "be yourself," you really think they just saying words, just be yourself. But he really meant be yourself.
But again,
complete.
But again, you're comparing two selective individuals that's unique in their own right, you and your fiance, because the world doesn't view things from that perspective. And you will be considered an outsider, an outcast, to even try to advocate that to the masses. Because they'd be like, where the hell are you coming with this? You and your fiance talk about things. Who talks anymore? They know what their role is. They're sponsors. They either cater to us or they don't get none of the goodies. It's that simple. So now it becomes a true bartering system. You have what brings men pleasure to some degree. We have what you want to bring you I don't even
Stability,
say
strength.
pleasure. It's
So
just
like we've been saying, is it's communication. You have to talk to each other to unlock those doors.
That's what I've been saying the whole time. Women don't want to talk anymore. When I go out, listen, I've had dates where I'm sitting down and I'm kind of sizing this woman up because men are visual. So I always try to get on the date early so I can see you walking in. I want to see what you work with.
You want to see if they got a limp when they walk in?
Yeah. I want to see, if you got bunions, you got bear claws. I want to see all that.
And he checking for the exits.
Yeah.
So he want them to be themselves, right?
That's a man shit. That's a man shit too.
It is a man thing. But
yeah.
when I start asking questions, I notice with a lot of these women, not all, but a lot of them, they get real defensive. Well, Ramon, what is this? Are you interrogating me? Well, how am I supposed to get to know you if I don't ask questions?
Because you're probably hitting some of their negatives.
So how do you combat that?
It's another woman.
See that? Look at that. See?
I mean, you have some of them silly females that's out there that I don't care what you ask them, they act like that. And I don't understand it because, I work at the school, so I see these little girls coming up, and you see the different traits that they have, and you like, when they get older, they're gonna be nothing that you want to deal with.
Wow. Yeah.
I see it already. And the drama queens, they get on my nerves. All that drama, come on, get for real.
Well, I don't know about Doc, but I don't like being single, but I would prefer to be single than to be in a toxic relationship or being with any woman that socialize with the ideologies of this world today. And if you don't have no form of traditional thinking, you're not the woman for me. And I'm not meeting those type of women. So and when I am meeting the ones that have some form of those characteristic traits, they still have more abundance of this social media ideology, and they truly believe that a man's sole purpose is to provide and give in to their whims and their demands. And it's not going to happen. Not in this lifetime.
Yeah, well, the thing I see the most, what I've noticed the most, and no, I don't. I'm looking for love out there all the way around. But I'm an activist as well, so I really want to see the whole community kind of come together. But just me specifically, what I notice is, and it's funny when you said be yourself, and I'm like, I'm with that. But what women say. When I talk to women, let's say it's between me and somebody else, that she trying to figure out between a couple of dudes. She'll say, you know what I like about him that I don't like about you? She'll be like, he lets me be me. And on surface, that shit sound like a Hallmark card. But you know what? But this is what I see from it. You don't care about the news. You don't care about what's going on. You don't care that there was whether you vote or not is up to you. That's your God-given right. But you don't give a fuck about it at all. So I'm like, so if I'm telling you, or you calling Euros gyros. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feel, you know what I'm saying? You doing all kind of goofball shit, speaking in the wrong shit, and you gotta, you know what I'm saying? We raising daughters, or there's a grandkid around, or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, I'm just supposed to let that shit slide. And I'm like, I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm like, hey, baby, just so you know, I'm not even gonna do it right then. I'm gonna be like, hey, just so you know, it's really Euro. Like, that's how. But I know black people always say gyro, but don't do it.
He wants you to be here yourself because he wants to get laid.
Well, I mean, in my opinion, yeah. It's like it ain't worth. Like baby,
no actress, and I can be comfortable, being me because I'm me. But when you got to jump through the hoops and be on your tippy toes and all that get tired and played out. And then after
guys
a while,
are always like that, though. Guys have to do that.
Your true self is gonna come out regardless.
But guys
We-
are always on their tippy toes around women. It's more
Well,
like
I
they
mean,
have to do that.
y'all want us to
I
jump through
wouldn't say that.
fire? We got to
I
jump through
wouldn't say
fiery
that.
ass hoops and pass credit scores and
But
shit.
see,
Slave
Like-
I think too, us as women, we need to stop giving men so many leeway.
What?
Like we the yes mans. We need to stop doing that.
What?
Yeah, we need to stop doing that. Stop
What you
being a
talking
yes man.
What you mean? What that mean? What that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean
Oh,
exactly? What that mean?
We do what men just want you to do.
Really?
No.
Where
Live in
they
a
at?
relationship.
I'm in the wrong city. Shit. Where you at?
Live in a relationship.
Shit. Where you at? Shit. Submissive? You know submissive women?
She's
I'm
pretty
submissive to my man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I am.
All right. I'm looking at you.
And the reason why I am is because of the way he loved me. You know what I'm saying? I keep saying that over and over again. It's a lot of men I see that want women to do certain things, you know, make them feel like a king and all that kind of stuff, but they're not making her feel like a queen in order for her. Because see, naturally, y'all have a molding system that God gave y'all. Now, if you love the woman the way she's supposed to be loved, she's going to automatically be submissive. That's all she can be, is submissive.
Tell them, Lashonda, so they can understand. I hope the people on the wave is listening. Tell them, Lashonda.
I'm going to say it a little louder for the people in the back.
I'm going to tell both of my wives to get right, to get themselves right. Both of my wives.
Now look,
Okay.
when I got with my man,
all right, go ahead.
the way he talked to me, and even like if I did something that he didn't like, he didn't yell at me. Oh, what you doing? He's like, well, you know what, baby, you know what you did yesterday, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, you know. And then because I care about what he's saying and I care about him, I'm gonna be like, okay, what did I do that you didn't like? And then, you know, once I figure it out, I'm gonna fix that. See, a lot of times when people tell us what they didn't like that you did and you don't fix it, that's because you don't give a shit about them. You don't care.
Sorry.
So, but the thing about it is the way he loved me, the way he talks to me, it makes me want to be submissive. It makes me want to, you know, go above and beyond. And see, the thing about it is we strive every day to make that person happy, not make ourselves happy, make that other person happy. Now we both gonna be happy.
I do both. Yeah, but I feel you.
Yeah,
That's what actually I approve. I approve of that. That's what's up.
that sounds
But
about
again,
Again,
Lashonda,
like I said earlier,
But that's rare.
sometimes men
That's some
can
rare.
take the
That's some
negative
rare
out.
ass shit, though. That's some
It's
rare
not that
ass shit.
rare.
you
I
know,
Shit, black woman.
I think a lot of men do that though.
when I hear you talk, right,
Mm-hmm.
I wish with all that's in me, that all that I possess, that I can take your precepts and patent them and sell them to the world. I would be the most famous and richest person in the world, you know, because that, you know, that
Shit
may
is
be
rare. That shit is rare.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
That's shit you
reality.
talking.
But the majority of people, and you notice we've had this conversation over 20 years, the majority of people so far from that way of thinking, it's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? You are truly blessed. Your fiance is truly blessed if y'all have that type of relationship, because probably 95%, if not more, of the world will never see that or experience that.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful experience. It really is.
It's
'Cause-
once you know it, and once you try it, and once you experience, then you know
That's
that's how it's supposed to be.
Because you
And
can
that's all
treat
you're gonna
some women,
look for.
you know, I treated my wives like queens. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact I was a good husband and a good father. I wasn't out there cheating. You know, I put my family as a priority. But when you have a person that have ulterior motives and they're easily persuaded by outside influences, none of that matters.
And don't.
Exactly.
Everybody got to have the same motive, and everybody got to move the same way. And if you're not moving the same way, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
Well, I wish I could find someone similar to you, not your sister though. So just because y'all twins, that don't mean y'all are alike.
True, because we have our own, you know, everything.
But we're gonna bring this to a close. It's been a good show. I enjoyed the topic. We kind of strayed off a little bit, but it's good. We got a lot of people watching that I haven't seen on here. You can't see it, but I can. And so I think this has been a very productive show. The input from everybody. I want to thank you, Callie. As always, it's a pleasure to know you, to be considered a friend of yours. Your words of encouragement, you know, you always have something positive to say, and I hold that dear to my heart. And thank you for being a part of the show and supporting the show. Doc.
Yes, sir.
As always, man, you know, you have a uniqueness about you, man. I love it though. because
Don't stroke his ego.
because it's rare, man. It really is. It's rare. You know, you're a real brother. You know, I like your perspectives. I like the energy you bring to the show. And again, thank you, man, for, you know, being a part of this, because, you know, you're holding up a part of the building that I don't have the knowledge
You by yourself. You was by yourself over there with the male. You was the only testosterone. You was the only testosterone in the world. You need some more. Sorry.
And
I appreciate it though. Appreciate it.
LaShonda, you know, it goes without saying, for those that don't know, me and LaShonda been friends for almost 30 years. We met under some unforeseen circumstances, and over the years we endured it. And one thing I can say about this young lady is she's never wavered, not one time, being a friend. You know, I called her in situations, and she never even questioned what my motive was or my thoughts. She just came, you know, and that's what true friends are for. And I thank you for that, you know, from the bottom of my heart. You know, thank you for being a part of the show. And I know that this show is going to continue to grow, because with some of the people that come on board since this show first aired almost 2 years ago, they had ulterior motives in mind. And I'm not going to get into no name blaming or pointing fingers. It is what it is. You know, the people that believe and want to participate, you know, you're going to keep coming. You're going to keep jumping on board, and we're going to keep moving forward. This locomotive is not going to slow down until we choose to allow it to slow down. And with that, I thank you all. You, Melissa, you are the nucleus of this show. You came in with this creative idea. I don't know where you learned this stuff from. I hope one day you can teach me. But right now, I'm solely relying on you. When you did that PSA today, if you will, I didn't get a chance to see it because I was engaged in things all day today. But when people start calling me and texting me, asking me, like, Ramon, man, you got kind of fancy. You doing commercials now, huh? And I didn't have a clue what they was talking about, so I was kind of embarrassed. So I didn't want to kind of step out there and say, well, yeah, you know, I'm doing my thing now, you know, because I was, you know, because none of this without you and Sean, my partner Sean, this wouldn't even be a reality. So again, I thank you for your creativity, your ingenious ways, and man, your belief in not only in me but in the show.
Of
you
course.
Know, and
My
thank
pleasure.
you for being a friend. You know, I know we've been on that roller coaster a few times, but you know, thank God, you know, that's reason things happen in the world to bring people closer together or separate people, you know.
Right.
So with that being said,
Thank you, Ramon.
yeah, it's always a pleasure. God bless each and every one of you as we part. Please be safe out there. Please stay in contact. Our next show is, what is this, Tuesday? Thursday. So if you have any ideas or a particular topic you want to talk about on the next show, please hit me up, call me. I think each and every one of you have my phone number, so call me and we'll go with it. You know, if it tuned the people in and we can share some of the wisdom that God has blessed us with, then so be it. Let's put it out there. Okay.
Thursday,
So
8
with that
o'clock.
being said, everyone, please have a good and blessed night. Okay.
Thank you.
And again, thank you.
Good show, y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So please take care.
Bye, everyone.